beautiful. It's a big fish. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. I am on vacation vlogging as terrible as I always do. This is day three of my vacation. So yeah, I am in Jamaica, Montego Bay, and I'm going to be just giving you guys a little bit of, I would say, like what I think about the resort, the experience so far. This is a very chill vacation, but I did want to share what I thought about this resort or boutique hotel that we're staying at, because on Instagram be lying all the time. So on Instagram, basically, you know, like I'm not gonna act like it isn't beautiful, because it is a beautiful like resort. Like you can see it behind me. It is beautiful on the outside and in the inside. Our room isn't all that, so I wanted to share like what I think about it. So we're staying at the can y'all see me still? Hopefully y'all can see me, but we're staying at the S Hotel, and it's just alright. This is an all-inclusive resort. Comparing it to my stay when we were in Turks and Caicos, it's just no comparison. So I think money-wise, we honestly, when I think about it, well, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that the money being spent to go to Jamaica and going to Turks is around the same amount, even when it comes to like flights. I don't feel like, even though we use our points to fly, but I think it's around the same thing, like as far as what you're paying. But it's just like, I haven't been out into the ocean yet. I'm going to show y'all the ocean really quick and turn y'all around. I have not been into the ocean yet, but we did go on the first day that we were here. We like kind of walked down and around, and like I said, it's very beautiful, but the sand itself is very rough. The sand itself is very rough, very abrasive, and it's just not the type of sand that I'm used to. Like, I'm used to a whole nother kind of vibe, and it's not giving that. But I do think it's all about where your hotel is located. Like, I don't know if you can research that and kind of figure out like who has the better sand, the better beaches, but this is definitely a public beach behind us, because on day one we got here on Sunday, which is a holiday weekend. Didn't really realize that, so the beach was packed. Like, if I'm from Chicago, so the best description that I can give, it was like Rainbow Beach in the middle of the summer. And y'all know Chicago don't have many beautiful days, so it was giving Rainbow Beach, Lake Michigan. A lot of people, it was just really too many people, and like that's not what, I didn't come here for that. Like, I came to be somewhere secluded, so that's our bad for not making sure we picked somewhere that had their own private beach. Now I can think of resorts that probably, I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 that have their own private beach, but yeah, as you can see people running around in the background. That's just not what we were looking for. So I haven't actually been to the water at all, but yeah, I have not been to the water over there. I've only been at the pool, and I don't know, I'll show you guys what our room looks like too, but it's not giving, and that might be our fault, because we should have probably asked for like a better view, because at least we can look out to the water and stuff like that, but it is what it is. So right now, since we're like halfway through the trip, what I would say I'm giving the resort is all inclusive, the food, everything as of right now, a 5 out of 10. Basing it off of the fact that I had a 10 out of 10 experience when we were in Turks. Like the people, the atmosphere. I think the time of year also does factor in, and it does matter, like when you're actually going on vacation, because this is in early April, so this is like before it even gets hot, before the summer starts. And when we went to Turks, it was in the last week of August into the first week of September, which is basically the end of the season, and it's getting ready to become hurricane season. So that might have also factored into the fact that it just was a chiller vibe. Yeah, this is not a resort for, it's not a resort for just only adults. It is all inclusive, but it doesn't, but you can't, but they're children here basically. So if you're someone that wants to be away from kids, you just have to be mindful. And that's not we don't care about that, but you have to be mindful that you want to pick a resort that is adults only. It's funny because then there were people that were in the pool that were like upset if the kids were playing, and it's just like, well, this resort includes children, so children are going to play in pools because that's what children do. So it's like you should have picked somewhere where it was no kids if that's what the vibe that you were going for. As the woman was trying to like read her book in the pool, it like literally in the water, not even in a floaty device, like literally standing on the wall trying to read her book. She was just doing too much. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm tired of talking. It's hot. It's about 83-ish degrees. I'm going to get a tan. Again, this is a very chill trip. Like, we don't really have much, or we haven't had any much planned. That's why I didn't even film. Like, but I'm gonna at least show you guys what everything looks like, and you can decide. I know already I won't be coming back to this resort because, or hotel, or whatever you want to call it. Like, it's just not, it's not giving what I need to give, and that's just my 2 cents. But I'm still going to show you guys the rest of the resort, because they have an upstairs pool, and I'll show you. You can see up on like the 5th floor. So yeah, so we'll go up there, and then we have something planned for tomorrow. We're gonna do the water rafting excursion tomorrow, so I am excited about that because I never done that before. Yeah, so that's all I got for right now. But yes, I'm in Jamaica, enjoying myself, enjoying the beautiful breeze, getting away from the cold weather. Hope you guys are doing amazing, and I'll be back. Okay, this is my first time getting into the ocean. What ocean is this?
Why you change your voice?
Because I don't know. What ocean is this? Because this is my vlogging voice. Oh, this is cold. It's giving crystal clear. It's giving crystal clear. I do like that. It's feeling like something I know. It's so cold though. Like, this water is really, really cold.
Huh?
The water is really cold. Like, my shoulders are on fire, but
It's not colder than any other ocean. You don't remember it being this cold?
it wasn't cold. It was warm. That water was warm when we would get into it and sit down. I was rolling around like a little fish. Every time I didn't have to get my body prepared. But I think what it is because that was the end of the summer, so it had all summer to be warm. And now the weather is just now getting to warmer weather. So it's gonna take some time for the water to be like warm every day, you know?
Right.
Because once it gets to like 100, because it'll be 100 or something here, this water is gonna be hot when you get into it. It's just not the rice, it's not the season yet.
Right.
Oh, the little fishies. That's a big fish. Like, look at this. Actually, I'm gonna get the hell out because I don't know what the fuck that is. Let me back my ass back up. Because last time I was in Jamaica, I got stung by a jellyfish, and that was traumatizing. I was traumatized.
Wait.
I was traumatized. I don't know. I don't like it.
On the spaceship, I'm a space cadet. Big white, never habitat. Came right of stage like a lady. Fuck a wish, bitch, smoke a lot of trees, need a weed plant. Then take all the heat where the lean at. Sleeping on these G's is a beam. Got me going G's, that's a cool right. Checking from my friend like a fantastic. I was broke as hell, sleeping on the mattress. Looking like a hell when nobody. Hot shells jumping out, they see me automatic. Bring it up by the colonel, got a new edit. Now the BB's with a V-long jean jacket. They can see me even if
Hi, sugar. Hi, sugar.
the psychopathy got a cash fetish. I've been studying these I'm a mathematician. In this love, make me wanna buy my dedicated.
Chapter Safari Rafting. My name is David. I'm one of the raft captain. Now we're just going to give you a little brief what to expect going up the river. Now today the crocodiles are on Sabbath, so they won't be out.
But it tells you slave occupation as Good Hope. All of these different people, these were what the types of slaves that they had here on that list. The stuff that they did. Let's look at it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Too cold for me to go in the water, I'm sure. Oh, it's not even as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be so much colder. Cause it's got the rays from the sun all day long. We finally get to see it empty. Nobody out here. There's just one lonely guy. He over there just chilling. It's good for you when you're in it. You don't. It doesn't feel because it's still cold, but you've been floating around in it for a couple hours. You know.
Right.
Walk that way.
Last day, was it a success?
A success?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a successful trip. We made it here safely. We were gonna leave safely. We had some great rest and experiences.
Yeah.
And yeah, overall, it's a really, really good trip.
Yeah.
I think so. Beautiful island, nice folks, nice vibes. Oh, we should go over here. Good gym.
Yeah.
The water's warm right now because I feel like that's what it takes to be 5 o'clock. But it's crystal clear. This is not Lake Michigan, even though you said it was like Lake
What?
Michigan.
Oh, I said.
Yeah, you said it first. You said it was Lake Michigan vibes. But we're gonna say it was because of all of the folks, all of the people. It was very heavily populated.
Right. I did say that shit.
There's a little restaurant over here. That's a restaurant too. Hey. Can I do my dance now?
Oh, yeah, do your dance.
I look like I'm possessed. What are you doing?
We're done. And cut.
That's the end of the video.
And cut.
That's the end of the video. This is our last couple of hours here in Jamaica, so we will be leaving, going back to Chicago. But it's my final thoughts of the vacation, and what do I think? I think overall, because I'm always comparing to my last trip because it was just so amazing, over the top, over the moon, I will give this Jamaica trip a 7.5 is my overall rate. Start with the food, since we did not actually go out and try much of many places or places on the island, the local restaurants, and we ate pretty much only at the resort hotel. Food, some nights were really, really good and I enjoyed it, and then for the most part it was lackluster, but I think that is something to be expected when you have all-inclusive, at least that's what I've heard before. So I would give the food in total a 6.5. So in the all-inclusive, the buffet was a part of the all-inclusive every single day, which was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Buffet was available, and then restaurants within the resort were available on certain days. So you couldn't eat at the restaurants every single day because it just wasn't open. Out of the 4 days, we ate 2 nights. I don't even remember. We ate 2 nights in the restaurant. I was trying to think. 2 nights in the restaurants, which were 2 different restaurants, and they were really nice vibes. The food was just okay for me. Customer service, I would give them an overall rating of 8, and the rating scale goes up to 10, so 8 out of 10. I think there was really good customer service. Everybody was pretty polite. I don't feel like the customer service was exceptional or over the moon or anything like that. but I think it was a good quality. Like, it just wasn't. I don't find it to be the most personable, and I feel like we've gotten more personable customer service in other resorts, but it wasn't bad. Like, we didn't encounter anyone that was nasty or that just really, other than one person kind of seemed like they didn't want to be here. But other than that, I feel like everyone was pretty nice, and they were always asking if we want anything and we needed anything. So I give them an 8. It's a solid 8. So there was one concierge customer service individual named Andre that was really good, and he was actually very personable. I think the most personable individual that we have come across on the entire grounds, which is sad because I don't think he's working today, so because I would have liked to say goodbye to him. But we did take our engagement photos for our save the dates because we're getting married, because I don't think y'all know that in this video. But yes, but we didn't pre-plan this, and we didn't already have someone to take our photos before we were coming to Jamaica. So it was kind of like on a whim, and we just wanted to make sure it got done. And we just so happened to ask this particular person that was always coming over to see how we were doing, and he made it happen. Like, he set up everything. And not only did he set it up, he also like made sure it happened, because I feel like sometimes when a person is asking for additional help, you give them help and then you like, I'm done with them. But he actually came back, I think, multiple times to make sure that everything was straight, because we didn't, the day that we were originally gonna set it up, we actually had to move it to the next day. And even in that, he made sure that everything went smoothly. So that was pretty awesome, actually. And our pictures turned out really great, so that makes the trip even better. So yeah, so when I think about the property itself and where we stayed, I give the property about a 7. I think my number has come up from what I originally said. I might have said like a 5. So I'm gonna be nicer in my rating, but I think it's a solid 7. I think the pool area, which that was where we spent the most of our time, was very thought out, well thought out, like layout of the pool area. I really enjoyed the way that it lays out and the way that it flows. I just like the overall look of it, and you guys will see in other clips of like the overall just overview of the entire pool area. The piece that I did not enjoy or did not like is the room. Like, I just feel like the room needs a fresh coat of paint. It's dull and dingy. You can even see the dinginess on the walls, like the different colors of just how old and dirty kind of it looks. And then it also smells moldy, mildewy from the AC. It's not good circulation within the room. And I did not like the beach. Like, the beach itself the sand is very grainy, and it's just not I'm used to a softer sand, and that just was not giving that. And yeah, so that's just my rating. That's how I feel overall. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, and I don't really know how you can gauge or know once you pick a location, like all beaches and all sand is not created equally. So I don't know how you can gauge that beforehand when you're picking a resort that you choose to stay in. But I think that's it. But I think overall, let's say 7.5 overall, because it's really good weather. The weather has been good. People have been really nice, and I don't have any big I don't have any big complaints. Like, overall, it was a really good trip, and we got our engagement photos, and I think that's honestly what brought it up. That brought the number up, because that actually turned out to be really nice, and I'm always gonna remember that. So yeah, I don't have anything else. That's all. I'm probably gonna end this video because I don't want to do a voiceover because I'm lazy. So as always, I'm a little different, and different is love. See y'all in the next one. Bye.